Hi everybody, this is Dee at Aloha Astro. We're looking at a new moon in Leo, today August 16th, 2023. It occurred at 5:38 this morning Eastern Time in the fixed fire sign of Leo. So let's take a look at the forecast for today and the energy that is surrounding the next couple of days. New moon in Leo, Wednesday, August 16th, sets the stage for a personal vision quest undertaken to reveal the path of future growth and change, as the moon conjunct the Sun and Venus retrograde in Leo form a trine aspect with Chiron and the North Node in Aries, as well as a square aspect with Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Mercury conjunct Mars in Virgo generates questions, the gathering of data, and the review of the past, as well as an analytical and spiritual consideration of the who, what, when, why, where, and how of manifesting your ideal vision, as those planets of thought and action in a mutable problem-solving Earth sign form a quincunx aspect to Chiron and the North Node, as well as an opposition to Neptune retrograde in Pisces, dividing a kite and grand trine aspect pattern which involves Mercury-Mars, Jupiter-Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune. Venus, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto are all retrograde, with Mercury and Uranus soon to follow. Don't panic and cease all forward motion. Do review, revisit, repair, renew, and wherever you see a need. You may have been lacking opportunity, resources, or knowledge in the past, but both you and circumstances have changed. Leo rules the fifth house of creativity and art, hobbies, dating and romance, children, sports, and gambling, where we enjoy life as earthbound gods, goddesses, and heroes. Leo is bold, dramatic, colorful, proud, playful, and warm. You can be all that now through participating in any Leo fifth house activity. Anticipate joy with the imagination and open heart of a child. Let's take a look at how things are right now with the present transits. And you can see that beautiful grand trine in Earth signs, which is feeding the energy up toward Neptune in Pisces in a kite pattern. But we also have the opposition that makes it a little bit hard for that kite to basically fly or lift you above and enable you to manifest. And what it will require of you is finding a happy meeting between the energy of Virgo and the energy of Pisces. Virgo is discerning, it observes, and then it sorts and prioritizes, organizes, eliminates, and utilizes. Whereas the Pisces energy is looking at the bigger picture and other levels. There are no boundaries in that water sign, whereas Virgo wants to distill something down into something workable. So concept, ideas, dreams, imagination, your wishes or hopes that you're aiming toward have this other dimensional quality to them, as we have strong Pisces energy going on, not just with Neptune, but also with Saturn retrograde right now in Pisces. There is this feeling of something that maybe you wanted to do before, but wrong place, wrong time, wrong people, wrong situation entirely. Somehow you weren't able to make something happen, or there just wasn't a good connecting point. The opportunity didn't come, you didn't win, you didn't get what you desired. Now you have the potential for actually manifesting something, but it may require going back over the past or going back over your original plans, being more prepared, using the wisdom that you've gained between then and now. Venus retrograde in Leo, do you really want it? Is another question. Is this something that you really truly want? And then why? Why do you want it? What will it cost you to have that there is a square aspect going on between the Leo planets and the Taurus planets. And yes, Jupiter is an abundant planet, and it is definitely well supported by Pluto, which intensifies things, Neptune, which can bring the miracle or the healing energy, and the practicality or the ways and means committee of Mercury and Mars in Virgo that will help you find a direction for that growth and change. But if you aren't fully on board and you don't really want something, will you undermine yourself? Are you going to manifest what you desire if you don't believe you can have it? If you have any sort of reluctance or resistance that you are not fully aware of, it may come up for you because of that Venus retrograde being illuminated at this time, or your attention being brought to bear upon your heart's true desire as Venus is retrograde in Leo. It could be that if you've been taking a passive path, the universe is going to bring you to a situation where you have to make a decision and you have to take an action. And that will require you to make that decision as to whether you're going to step up and do it or not. And you have that choice. I do personally believe that if we are meant to meet particular people or have particular lessons in life, even if we say not now, it's going to come back around again later. There'll be another opportunity. Or if something falls apart that you truly want, it could be that there are reasons beyond what you think that might be going on in the background, and the right time or the right person, the right situation will come some other time. There's great opportunity in what we have going on right now in the sky, but there's also some resistance. Let's put, I didn't toggle on to Chiron. There we go. Now we can see that quincunx there to Chiron, which I do feel is important, as well as the trine between the Leo planets and Aries energy and that quincunx, which does carry a certain amount of right timing with it, that if it is time for you to move forward and do a particular thing or have a particular relationship, then you'll know it and you're going to be more likely to be self-directed, even if you have any fears or doubts or inner resistance. And doubt is a particularly doubt and worry. Anytime Mercury is in a harsh aspect or challenging aspect to Neptune, it is more likely to activate the doubt, the worry, the insecurities, the wondering if you are doing the right thing. I really would encourage you to put your entire everything into whatever your heart feels aligned with, to yes, listen to the logical side of things with the Virgo energy, but at the end of the day, you have to live with your own conscience, whatever feels right to you. And if you're going to look back on this moment when you could have done something and say would have, could have, should have, then you've missed an opportunity. You will never know. It's better to try and see where it goes than not, because you don't know when that next chance or opportunity will come. Pluto is in a square to Chiron as well, so you may be feeling some fear or inner resistance, even if you know that nobody else is going to do something for you, that it's going to be up to you to do it, and up to you to carve your own path and create your own destiny, as you have that North Node loosely conjunct Chiron. If you find that somebody else is telling you what to do, most likely it's going to aggravate you because of that square. Like, don't tell me what to do. I'll do that for myself. Uh, Same thing with the square here between the Leo planets, the new moon and Venus, squaring Jupiter and Uranus. Even if somebody else has your best interests at heart and means well, but you want to go through the process yourself, where you want your own independence and the freedom to choose what you want, then you're going to balk and resist somebody else telling you what to do. Therefore, don't live your life on default right now. Um, be proactive. It is a new moon, a time of new beginnings. And yes, there are a whole lot of retrograde planets. Sometimes that just means that you have to pay attention to their energy more. It doesn't mean stop, drop, and roll or go and hide. Just be aware. Stay focused as best as you can. Get as much information and knowledge as you can. Don't be afraid to reach out to other people or ask for help. Or if you're looking to do any type of a business endeavor, what are your competitors doing? Um, we live in a time where social media and the internet have changed business practices so very much. And it seems as though joint ventures and helping out your competitor is more the norm than feeling as if you're going into battle against everybody else in your field. And there's definitely the potential for mentorship and sharing what you know with others in this grand trine and kite. Um, that doesn't mean you have to give away everything for free. And maybe some of the lessons in the opposition are making the decisions and choices as to what you are worth. Again, we have the idea of value and worth with the Taurus planets. And Leo does focus on personal creativity as well as your appearance, what you are offering when you bring that creativity forward. It's up to you to determine what you're going to set your price at, what you will charge somebody else. And everybody deserves to be able to live a happy and comfortable life and be supported as they do whatever it is they love, and whatever talents and skills they're sharing with other people, they deserve compensation. But there may also be times where you feel that you want to pay it forward or mentor somebody or do pro bono work, and that is up to you, entirely up to you. All right, let's take a look at the Sabian symbol. We round up to 24 degrees of Leo because we are at, let me double check that, 2317. Phase 144, 24 degrees of Leo, totally concentrated upon inner spiritual attainment. A man is sitting in a state of complete neglect of bodily appearance and cleanliness. Keynote, an interior focalization of energy and consciousness at the expense of all forms of outward activity and care. This traditional image of the Hindu holy man in the typical Western mind may well hide the fact that without proper training and intense concentration, what we usually consider spiritual attainment, self-realization, and the God experience is not possible. The intoxicated chickens of the Leo 21-degree symbol must learn self-discipline if they want to fly. There can be no halfway measures if the goal of true yoga is to be reached. This fourth stage symbol, as usual, suggests a certain kind of technique, or at least an adequate means to reach an envisioned goal. The means is total concentration. Well, it's interesting about the spiritual attainment and then the neglect of the physical needs, because that is much more Virgo and Pisces, which we have amplified by this opposition. And It's hard when you have an opposition because both sides want to express fully, but you either have to run to one side, swing to one side, and then the other, and give them focus in their allotted times, or you have to attempt to find a midpoint, a meeting point between those two opposing sides. So anyway, I don't know quite what to make of that Sabian symbol and how to integrate it into my own personal chart and transits. Um, does it reflect the creativity of a Leo moon, new moon? Well, we do have the trine going on to Chiron in Aries, which is about the self-determination, self-awareness, and whatever we place our attention or focus upon will grow. If we get distracted and look at other things rather than the single focus of what we want to manifest, then we basically either create delay or we begin to attract something else to us and manifest something else. As soon as we divide our attention and place it upon multiple things, doesn't have the same focus upon the one thing that we are desiring to obtain. And Aries is very self-determined. It's an initiating cardinal boss-like sign that shows the way or leads others. So perhaps within that trine, we see some of that Sabian symbol reflected to us. Pay attention, stay on track, stay focused on what you wish to achieve. But I have to disagree a little bit and say, well, make time to take care of your basic human needs as well. Because if you're all up there, I once heard somebody say the problem with a lot of so-called spiritual people is that they don't live from, they disdain the lower chakras. They're wanting to stay all up in the crown, up in the third eye. They're looking for the higher chakra experience, but you have to balance them all. You're here in a physical body, therefore pay attention to it. It's your vehicle. And that very much is what this Grand Trine and Kite is saying. You might want to go higher or be vibrating at a higher level, but you still have to be able to catch up and align with that on a physical level. And in fact, sometimes making spiritual progress too quickly can have a negative effect upon the physical body, such as an unexpected Kundalini awakening can have actual physical side effects that can be negative or feel negative if the vessel is not ready for that higher frequency. So I would be looking for a moderate path right now because of this opposition, but do keep your primary focus in mind and look back over the past to learn from it and to release and let go of what is no longer necessary, or to restructure the foundation uh, and maybe bring something forward that you were not able to in the past. All right, that's it for this new moon in Leo. Do take care, stay safe, and be aware that even though it's not Mercury retrograde just yet, we are in the shadow period, and Mercury conjunct Mars opposing Neptune can affect your communication and your transportation just as much as Mercury retrograde is known to do. Take care.